Okay, we're joined by Rodney Purvis and Amita Brima. While we wait for Coach Ollie, we'll take questions for the student athletes, please. Please raise your hand. Adam will get a microphone over to you.
Yeah, Rodney, it's getting late. The game's very close. You know your situation. Your career is going to end if you lose. What's going through your mind down the stretch when when it was really the game was really on the line?
Well, that's definitely not the first thing I'm thinking about. Is my career coming to an end. So I'm just trying to get a win. Like that's not even in my mind. I mean, going into the game, we know what's at stake as a team. None of us want our season to end right now. So that was just our mindset the whole entire night. Coming out of the second half, we got off to a little slow start, but we was able to get it going.
Here in the front.
Oh, Rodney, would you say this is the best game of your career? I mean, obviously 30 points, no turnovers, 9 of 10 from the line.
I'm not really sure. Yeah, I know I played a pretty good game, but I'm just happy we got the win. I didn't know I had no turnovers, so I appreciate that.
Okay, other questions for the student athletes, please. In front.
Amita, could you address kind of the same thing? You made a couple big defensive stops there towards the end. They had gotten it to within 2 several times, including, late with Thorpe. What was going through your mind knowing that this could, be the last game of your career?
I just, it's just another free throw. And, I just, what came in my mind, I just had to knock, at least make one of the two.
Rodney, how much were you guys feeding off the crowd?
Our fans are huge for us. Anytime it's time to get down and get a big time stop, to have those, to hear those guys in the stands going crazy for us is definitely a momentum boost for us, and we're just happy to have the best fans in the world.
And Rodney, can you talk about the defense on Thorpe? You obviously made that big block near the end. He fouls out, and you guys go on a 10-1 run to close the game out. Can you talk about how important that sequence there was towards the end?
Definitely. He definitely kept them in the game. He had some big time shots, and I knew the coaches kept telling me to guard him, so I just had to guard him, and I was able to just disrupt him a little bit, pick him up a little bit, get up on him, get some steals and get some blocks. I don't think I had many blocks this season, so I'm excited about the 2 blocks I had today.
Rodney, what is it about this tournament? I think you're averaging close to 17 points a game in 8 games in the tournament in your career.
I think we just locked in as a team. Like I said, the season ending, coming into the game, knowing that this could be my last game is definitely not in the back of my mind. I just know what's at stake, and we just locked in as a team.
Other questions for the student athletes?
For Amita, this is a team that you guys beat handedly during the regular season. Obviously, they played a lot better. Did you see kind of a different team? They hit a lot more shots and seemed to be obviously better than before.
Yeah, it's March, so every team, when it's March, every team steps up their game, and you can't underestimate any team. Just want to give thanks to the fans. They did a great job today, and we appreciate them.
Rodney, you're playing Houston next. What do you remember about the games you played against them during the regular season?
Just transition. That's going to be huge for us tomorrow, getting back in transition and just getting stops on the defensive end. And I think it'll be, both teams are, like to get up and down, so I think it'll be a good up and down game tomorrow. The main thing for us is just getting rebounds and getting stops and getting back in transition.
Do we have one more in front? Yep, down here if we could.
And Amita, could you just talk about what your mindset is at this point in the season? You're a senior, obviously 1 loss and it's all over. So what are you thinking about when you're out there on the court? And what is your mindset as a senior?
I always try to come on the court, playing at a level 5. And so, it's on tournament time, March. You just gotta put your intensity higher than you used to playing during the regular season. And I just take it we just gotta take it one game at a time, and that's how I think, one game at a time.
Okay. With that, we'll excuse the student athletes to the locker room. If you just exit to your right, gentlemen, and then across the stage out this door here.
Get off your feet. Make sure y'all get hydrated. I'll see y'all in the morning, okay?
And we're joined by Coach Kevin Ollie. Coach, if you would give an opening statement first, then we'll take questions.
Just happy with the victory. Everybody want to advance in this tournament, and I give credit to USF. They played a great game. Thought was tremendous. We got a 14-point lead and kind of got lackluster there and had a couple turnovers, and we just got to learn and grow from it. And I think we'll do that, and hopefully have a better game execution-wise on the offensive end tomorrow. Because if you give turnovers to Houston, that's what they feed off of. So we got to make sure we do that and make sure we play with intensity, and hopefully we can come out with a victory tomorrow.
Okay, questions for Coach Ollie, please. Raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you.
Kevin, can you talk about Rodney's performance tonight? Obviously, a career high in points, and he was playing pretty good defense as well there, especially down the stretch. Do you attribute? He plays well a lot, but obviously he's a senior in the tournament. Did he give you the kind of effort that you were looking for today?
Oh yeah, definitely. If anybody follow Perv, he plays some of his best basketball in this tournament and in the NCAA tournament when we had one game last year, when we had two games last year. Just did a wonderful job. When we needed a big play, he came up with it, and I was so proud of him taking a defensive challenge, and that's what we've been trying to, get him and convey to him, because he's probably one of the best defensive players laterally, moving his feet, and he did a great job, took the challenge, and played a wonderful game on the offense and the defensive end. And, if he wants to play basketball after this, that's where he's going to have to become. He's going to have to become that great two-way player on the defensive end and the offensive end, and, just appreciate his effort.
Coach Ollie, I know you touched on it in your opening statement about what you need to do a little differently tomorrow versus Houston. You faced them twice this season, came out on the losing side both times. What do you think you really need to focus on in your team tomorrow?
Rebound and transition.
Questions?
Coach, congratulations on the win, of course. Can you talk a little bit about the confidence level going in tomorrow tonight based on, Purvis's performance and really kind of coming together and meshing well as a team tonight? Do you feel as though your team's performance level on, tonight will be able to match, Houston's aggressiveness tomorrow?
We can't play like this and expect to advance. We can't have 16 turnovers. We got to shoot the ball better. We got to execute on the offensive end, because if you want to play good defensive transition, you have to do well on the offensive end. That's offensive rebound, and that's playing with more execution. So we're going to have to clean those things up, but I like our grit when we needed stops, when we needed big-time defensive efforts and big-time plays. Guys stepped up, so I really appreciate that. But we got to play a better game to advance in this tournament.
Kevin, the numbers aside, how important was it to have Jalen out there for as long as he was out there to just kind of hold things together?
It was great. We got to keep him out there. We don't have too many guys on the bench there, so and he's been saying he wants to stay in the game, because if he sits out too long, his ankle stiffs up. So, just good to have him out there. He has to play a better 4-game, read pick and rolls a little bit better, but we'll go back to the hotel and we'll break down his pick and roll execution and hopefully get that better against Houston.
Coach, was part of the plan to get to the foul, attack the basket, because 27 for 33 from the foul line, you got a lot of foul shots by getting into the basket?
I mean, you can probably ask any coach in America. That's always the plan, to attack the basket, get to a free throw line. You can control a game like that. You can get them in foul trouble. And, the biggest foul was against Thorpe. And, us taking it at him, getting them in foul trouble and getting them out the game. I think those last 3 minutes kind of gave us a real boost and a real advantage. So, that's always a topic key, attacking on the defensive end and offensive end and trying to move with purpose and get downhill. So our guys did a real good job at that, and then when you get to the free throw line, you have to convert. And I think the only one, CV had 1 for 5, but everybody else shot the ball very, very well from the free throw line. So very proud of that effort.
Time for 1 or 2 more for Coach Ollie. One more.
You've had teams go off on you on 3-point shots. How do you defend against it maybe tomorrow night against Houston?
You got to play better pick and roll defense and better one-on-one defense. And then all 5 got to control the pick and roll. It's just not 2 players. It's not the guy with the ball, not the defensive guy playing the guys are setting the screen. It's everybody loading, everybody getting out and playing defense like UConn is able to do. And then hopefully we can have them miss some shots.
Coach, congratulations on advancing. We'll see you tomorrow.
Appreciate it.